Okay, so I watched the fight last night, and this is the reaction video. Francis Ngannou knocked out, let's be honest, obliterated, wasn't he, by Anthony Joshua. Joshua was in fine form. My prediction for the fight, for what it's worth, was I was predicting a Joshua knockout or on points. I wasn't too sure. I wasn't expecting it to go that way. It was a total demolition job. And it really did look like an MMA fighter was in there with a boxer. You can't take anything away from Anthony Joshua. He beat what was put in front of him, and the fact that Ngannou looked so good against Fury, you can understand why. Before the fight, people actually thought Ngannou was going to win. But I genuinely never thought that was the case. And I did genuinely think it was a poor performance from Fury. Nevertheless, to go 10 rounds in your first fight against heavyweight champion is insane anyway. However, now that the dust has settled, now that Joshua has dispatched Ngannou pretty easy, I mean, wasn't he so sharp as well? Especially the second knockdown, I thought that was really impressive. How quick he was. And he hit Ngannou. I don't even think Ngannou saw the punch, which is always the worst ones to take. And then he went down. Obviously, the third punch was ridiculous, a ridiculous knockout punch. But to be honest, he'd already won the fight by that point. He was just a lamb to the slaughter, wasn't he, at that point? So got to credit Joshua. People thought he was going to lose before the fight, which is incredible, but they did. So let's go to the questions very briefly. What next for Anthony Joshua? Well, he can literally fight anyone he wants. He's in that position, isn't he? Will he fight the winner of Usyk and Fury, or will there be a rematch before he can fight? I don't know. I'd like to think the winner of Usyk and Fury goes straight to fight Joshua, and then maybe Usyk and Fury can fight again at a later date. But that would be ideal. If that can't happen, then Joshua's going to be waiting around, isn't he? Probably till the end of the year to fight, if he's lucky, to fight the winner of Usyk and Fury. And what happens if Usyk wins one and Fury wins one? Who fights Joshua? It needs to be, doesn't it, after the next fight? Who could he fight? Hrgovic? Get a title? Don't know. I don't even think it's that important. I think we all want to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, don't we? Or even, I think people would watch AJ versus Usyk 3 with this version of AJ, the one that isn't gun shy, the one that's actually going to go for it. So yeah, ideally Fury and Joshua, I think. What next for Ngannou? Well, he might retire. He got 10 million, I believe, anyway, from the Fury fight. He got 20 million last night. If sources are correct, anyway, that's 30 million. How much did he earn in his UFC career? I don't know, I'm going to guess about 5 million for all his fights. I'm not sure. But he's earned that much money. We might never see him again. It depends how much he wants it. That's all it comes down to. He'll no way be getting that money anytime soon. Could he have a future in boxing? He could do a few years in it. He's definitely got the punch, but he needs to learn the skills, and you can't learn all those skills overnight, can you? That's the only thing. He hasn't got time on his side. I mean, he's got money for life now, so he might just disappear into the sunset, and he probably should do, but that's totally up to him. He might even go back to MMA, you never know. But again, when you've just been paid about 30 million for those two fights, where's the desire going to be? I think he probably has got the desire, and he sounds like a really ambitious guy, so he probably will come back. Is Francis Ngannou finished with boxing? I don't think so, the way he talks. I think he'll probably come back at some point. Obviously, there's more money in boxing than UFC, but I do think he'll come back at some point. Even if it's just to get a big win on his record. I don't know. He could just disappear, couldn't he? He could just retire. He definitely could just retire. Does the AJ win make Fury look bad? Well, simple answer is yes. It makes Fury look terrible, let's be honest. Fury goes 10 rounds with Ngannou, who was a novice, and AJ dispatched him like he was a novice. Do you know what? As much as I like Tyson Fury, he did have this coming. He has too many fights where he's not very good, but he wins. I still think Tyson Fury is a great fighter. I just don't think he trained for that fight. He underestimated Ngannou. And that's and unfortunately, he's receiving a lot of criticism off the back of that. And for him to predict that AJ would win in one round when he couldn't even knock him out in 10, that's just a strange decision. I think he was probably trying to make out that Ngannou isn't very, do you know what I mean? Like, isn't very good. I just think that was a bit, he caused Tyson Fury a lot of trouble in that fight. I was watching it, I thought Tyson won, but by 1 round or something like that. It was so close. Anyway, the bottom line is he does look really bad. Tyson Fury v Usyk. Who wins? Right, I can't bet against Tyson Fury. It depends which Tyson Fury turns up, simple as that. If the very best Tyson Fury turns up, he should beat Usyk just purely because of his size. If they were both the same size, I'd go for Usyk. Tyson Fury is like a freak of nature. To be that tall and to be that good technically, even though we didn't see that in the Ngannou fight, yes, but we've seen it in many other fights where he completely wins one-sidedly. I've seen it too many times. Unless Fury's past it or he's no longer got the desire, he should win that fight on points. But we'll see, won't we? He might not. Usyk is incredible talent. But until I see a reason to not go with Fury, and I don't think I saw that in the Ngannou fight, I just saw someone that didn't train or take it serious, even though apparently he did really train. I just don't think he took it that serious. That's my opinion. Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, who would win? Well, on the evidence of the Ngannou win last night, you'd say AJ, wouldn't you? But again, I wouldn't bet against Fury. Fury's going to fight Usyk. If Fury wins in a masterclass against Usyk, everyone will say, oh, well, Usyk beat AJ. Fury's just beat Usyk in a masterclass. Surely Fury's going to win. The tide of public opinion can change so quick. I would bet for Tyson Fury until I've got a reason not to. And again, the Ngannou win. The Ngannou win for Tyson Fury wasn't enough for me. I can't take that one serious. But if the Tyson Fury turns up against Ngannou, he turns up like that against AJ, AJ is going to easily win. Even if the best Tyson Fury turns up and the best AJ turns up, I still think it's a very close fight. AJ to knock him out, and I don't think Fury will get up this time. I know he got up off a Wilder punch. I think AJ is a way better finisher than Wilder. So if AJ gets him hurt, I think Fury's out. But Fury's got the ability to win on points all night long if he uses his best technical skills. So we'll see, won't we?